Hello everybody and welcome back to another speed build on the channel. In today's episode I am building 3 beach huts because apparently we're supposed to be getting a new tropical paradise expansion pack or stuff pack or game pack or whatever. It's actually supposed to be released today as well, so I'm kind of shook about that. So that's kind of one of the main reasons that inspired this. So another thing that inspired these beach huts is the fact that I'm finally on a summer holidays, which is fantastic. I'm hoping to get a bunch of new videos out. That's the plan anyway. Will I do that? Probably not, but you know what? It's the thought that counts. But yeah, I'm very excited for this. I'm so excited for this summer holidays. I've got so much planned, so much to do. But anyway, back to this build. These 3 beach huts, I don't know how to describe them. What I would say is the one furthest to the left is kind of supposed to be kind of like this old couple that after I don't know. It's supposed to be an old couple retirement sort of thing. So they're like, you know what, we don't need a big house anymore, let's sell our house, let's live off of our pension and the money off from our house and just live in this wee tiny beach hut and have a great time. Because I think out of all of them, that one is my favorite because I just love it. It's just it's literally kind of what I envisioned for all of them. And then my second favorite one, I think, is the one in the middle because it's kind of meant to be it's meant to be really, I guess, quirky and weird. It's meant to be a youngish couple have started to live in here, and it's very much themed around that and how it's less practical and more of, I guess, the standard of living. Because they take up a bunch of room for a laptop desk, and in these things in beach huts you don't have a lot of room. I don't actually know if people live in beach huts. I don't think they do, but we'll pretend for this one that they do. But it's kind of oh, they're just after outside of university. They've got a bit of money. They want to live somewhere nice, but they also want to have the freedom to travel. So I thought, well, this could be kind of their base home. So they go away on trips and they come back here just to rest or something like that. That was the idea anyway. And the idea of it was the old couples one is handmade sort of, so someone sat down and built it and it's made out of real wood. The red one's supposed to seem like a bought-in one, like you buy it, because you'll see in the toilet, it's very generic, it's very just it doesn't look very nice. So that's the idea of that one. And then the one on the right. See, originally what I was going to do was it's this middle income family, I guess, but it ends up not having enough room for an entire family. It only has one bed in it, not a double bed like the other two, one bed. So my idea is it's this man or woman, if you want, that lives in it and is kind of surfer dude, sub bra. So it's not the prettiest of things, but it just does them. They don't care, they just want it. I actually had to take it off the diagonal because it just wasn't working for me. Even when I liked it on the diagonal, it wasn't working. And the one about this one is it's either a bought-in one that was really, really, really cheap, or it was handmade out of a shipping container and it got wood put on it or something along those lines. But also don't worry about the fact that the terrain is green. It is sandy. You will see that in the screenshots. It's just with a laptop mode, you can't see terrain tools. It's a bug, they know about it, the Sims team know about it. It's all over the forums. My PC, she's a strong boy. She gets a locked 60 FPS on laptop mode, but as soon as you take it off laptop mode, she still gets 60 FPS. It's just when you start recording that 60 FPS becomes 30 or 20. Mind you, the game does look amazing and I really wish it was powerful enough for it, but it's fine. But I'm hoping to try and convince my mom to let me get a new GPU. Well, a new one, just to get one. I don't have one. I'm currently just using the integrated graphics on my Ryzen 3 2200G or something along those lines. I think it's that. And I'm only using one RAM stick as well, which I know you're not supposed to do. But It was supposed to be like, if the one RAM stick doesn't work out, we'll just get another one. Because then if I'm able to get everything, I'll have 16 gigabytes of RAM, and I'll have a very nice MS 1060X MSI 6 gigabytes. I think that's the one. It's half price right now on Amazon. Half price. Half price. I'm so excited for that. But I really do like these builds. I really think it was really nice. Also, I tried uploading it to the gallery yesterday. And, excuse me, EA, but apparently it had custom content in it. Now, you may be wondering, well, what's wrong with that? The thing is, it doesn't, because all I did was I wanted to change the profile picture of a screenshot. Because you know the way it generates them for you? They were very ugly, and they were from the side of it. So, that means that no one's going to click on it because it looks horrible. So I decided to go and change it, and I did. And then when I uploaded it, what did it say on the top left hand corner? Oh, this thing may include custom content. No, it does not. It doesn't include any. So what I had to do is I had to take it off this lot and then put it on another one, and then have it to turn it around. And when I turned it around, it deleted all of the trees and all of the shrubbery. So I had to go back in and place it myself. It was a hassle that didn't need to be a hassle, but it ended up being a hassle. Because like, I just kept looking at it because I still have the old one with the proper screenshots on it, and it's like, which are people going to click on more? My ones I take or the games? Obviously mine, because mine look better and it shows off the build far better. But it's fine. Oh, it was so annoying too, because the screenshots were very pretty, but yeah. So, but this Tropical Paradise pack though, can we just talk about her for a second? Like, it's rumored, and I'm hoping it's going to happen, because all the YouTubers are going to EA Play this week. They're all going to California this week because they're all pre-recording, they're all complaining about pre-recording, and they're going to see the new pack, and here's me just like, I want the new pack now though. No, give it to me now. Not that I can afford it because I'm broke and I need to get a job. And that leads us in to my rant for the day. Yay! Right, so you probably don't know this, but I've been looking for a job. So I've been looking for a job since Christmas this year. And I live in quite a medium-sized town for Ireland. Like, compared to American, like, towns, it's puny. They'd call it a village. They'd call it a small gathering of people. Because it's only got 1,400 people in it. Soon to be 1,500. But yeah, I've put my CV in everywhere. I just went down to a supermarket who's hiring, and I was like, hey, can I, like, I want to put my name down for the part-time job. And she was like, oh, do you have your CV? And I was like, I put it in months ago. And she was like, okay, I'll go talk to the man, and then we'll get back to you. And I was like, oh, okay. So I've literally put my CV in everywhere. Now, the village over, this is actual village by Ireland standards, my friend works in this wee petrol station, okay? It's right across from where she lives, and she says to me one day, like, oh, would you want to work there? And I was like, yes, I would. And it was very like, this is the thing, this is it, this is fantastic, I'm going to get a job. So, she vouches for me a lot. And there's more tea to this, don't worry. But she vouches for me a lot, and I go down there Thursday last week before my exams. And I talk to the man after finally organising when to go down. And I go down, and he's like, we talk a good bit. And he says, Joey, I want to give you a go, but I think the distance will be a problem. Now, this distance they talk about is only 4 miles. 4 miles. They're making out like it's 20 miles away to the nearest city. No, it's 4 miles. I could walk it. Because he normally hires close by, like local people in his village. Fair enough, okay, but I told him, no, the distance isn't a problem for me. I can cycle it. I can cycle it in 20 minutes, untrained. Because I timed myself cycling, did it in 20 minutes. That was like no stopping and no nothing. First time if I keep training, I could do that in like 7 minutes. My dad is like a professional, not professional, but he does cycle quite a lot, and he says he can do it in like 6 minutes, no traffic. Like, like it's not far. They keep making it out like it was far. But anyway, but I came into the end of my wee interview, and he says, right, I want you to think about this over the weekend, but I'm going to give you a go. You're going to start training on Wednesday, and we'll take it from there. If the distance becomes a problem and you can't do it anymore, no hard feelings, just move on. And I was like, right, that's fine. So I thought about it over the weekend, and I said, yeah, I want the job. I don't mind. The distance isn't a problem. I tested myself cycling 20 minutes, no problem. And so then I'm waiting over the weekend, whatever, because he was going away. But then I cycled there, and he was still working there, so going away my booty. But then, anyway, I'm all excited for Wednesday because that's when I start training with my friend. And to my surprise, I asked her on Tuesday at the end of my exams, so what time do I start training tomorrow? And this is what she has to say, dear friends listening to this video. My so-called bestie, she's not my bestie, I actually can't stand her. But anyway, this is what she had to say, okay? This was her after I was told I was going to be working the next day. Well, Joy, I'm not working today. Joy, if I'm being honest, I don't think this is going to work out. Like with the distance and all, not gonna lie, neither does the boss. I'm not gonna say his name, I'm not gonna say who these people are. But here's my issue with her. She said from the beginning that she didn't think the distance was an issue either. At all. She was like, oh, you could walk it. No bother to you. Like, it's not far. It's 4 miles. And then I said, it's 4 miles. As you do. And then she goes, I know, but still we've only ever had locals. And I said, and? Question mark. And we often get called in, and she can't spell, so excuse me. And often we get called in last minute and all. And the boss said, you'd be a good worker and all, it's just the distance. And I said, it's 4 miles, not like the nearest city, which I'm not going to tell you. And she said, I know, it's just the boss told me to basically tell you to try elsewhere because he doesn't see it working out because of the distance. And I said, I've tried looking elsewhere, like everywhere. And at this point, I was like, oh, sweet divine Mother Mary in heaven and the donkey. What are you talking about? And she goes, I know, I'm just telling you what he said. I'm not really meant to be telling you, like, see? And I said, okay, so is he going to let me know? And, like, I was with my mom at this point, and I was, like, really mad. I was about to go full on, like, I don't think so, honey. But, my mom was like, no, it's not her fault, which we'll get to the tea later. And I said, okay, thank you for trying. She tried. But then I said, after that, so, hey, I was like, hey, so do you know if I can come down tomorrow or not? If not, can you number so I can, so I can thank him for... Did I say his name? Oh, ooh, I said his name. I need to remove that. But anyway, I said, if not, can you give me his number so I can thank him for considering me? Thanks. Like, that's a question, clearly. Can you give me his number so I can thank him for considering me? This was her response, and this is when I started to get really fishy. Like, I was like, that's not it, girl. And she replies with, he said you seem like a good worker and all, it's just the distance. It's nothing against you, like. And I said, well, if you're speaking to him, thank him for me. Okay? Okay. Now, what do you think's the problem with this? Oh, no, that's a completely different, sorry. But anyway, no, you may be thinking, well, what's the problem with this? Like, he just said, like, you know, Joy, the distance is a problem and all. No, my problem with that is he wasted my time. Because I told him I was going to cancel going to so many things this summer for this. I said I was willing to cycle rain, hail, or shine. I was willing to do anything for this dumb job, which doesn't require much thinking at all. It's not a hard job. It's literally pumping diesel into a car. And And then, like, he told me he was going to give me a go. Like, he was like, oh yeah, I'll give you a go. You'll start training on Wednesday. So I'm like, yes, okay. So then for him to turn around on the last day and be like, oh, sorry, I don't think this is going to work out. No, it is going to work out because you did not just waste someone's time like that. And it's not like I need him. Like, I don't have any money, but I'm not going to starve to death. My mom and dad are going to support me. Thing is, he needs me because no one wants to work there. Because no one wants to work there for a. I can't say some stuff because. Oh, oh, I know a lot of tea that could get that place shut down. Ooh, should I report? No. No, I don't care, I'm telling you, but, no, like, considering the fact he only pays a fiver an hour, which is illegal for over 16s, I'm meant to be paid €6.86. He wasn't going to pay me for training, which is also illegal. He wasn't going to put me in the books, and when he would, that means he would have to pay me €6.86, but he's still going to pay me a fiver. So that means he's also lying to the government about how much he pays his employees. But like, and also like, it was a very badly run business. He's very tight with money. I don't mean like he doesn't have a lot of money, I mean like he doesn't want to spend a lot of money. He pretends to be broke. He isn't broke. He has plenty of cash in the bank. Like, he is not struggling at all. Like, he can pretend to be, but here's the tea. His family are very well known for having a fat bank account. All of them, even the ones who don't have a job. So, listen here, wee muster, I'm doing you a favour because out of everyone that you have, I would have worked the hardest. And that isn't me blowing my own trumpet, that's me being genuine. Because I actually care about stuff like that. Like, I want to make a good impression. But it was just, it was so annoying for him to turn around the day before I started training and say, no. Like, just go, like, it's just so disrespectful to my time, to people's time, like, oh. But here's the thing, here's the real tea. I was talking to my friends and all, and we don't believe my friend. Because why would the distance matter to her? Why does she care if it's going to work out or not? Like, no, like, it's not going to matter to her. I think she was just annoyed because she wasn't going to get as much shifts. That is honestly what I think. I think she just was thinking about herself. Either that, or she lied to me and, like, said, and, like, maybe he never said any of this. Like, you know, she be gone. Like, maybe this was all her. And, you know, I really want to know, was it me or him? Should I disappear? And I want to give him, like, chocolates and I'll be, thank you for considering me. But, like, we don't trust, like, my friends wouldn't trust her. My friends were like, you should go to work tomorrow. And I kept trying to tell them I don't have a job to go to work to. I'm, like, I didn't even train. And they're like, no, you should still go. And I'm like, but go at what time? There could be a completely different employee on, like. So I just didn't bother going. I'm like, right, if he's not, like, the thing is, he could contact me. Like, he has my number. I gave him my CV. So, yeah. I just, like, all the shady stuff that goes on, like, in that place, like, he should, I'm a dangerous person when you think about it, because I know all the tea and all of this town. This town's like Riverdale. I know everything. Well, yeah. Like, I'm just so annoyed at him for, like, getting my hopes up like that. Like, I've tried so hard to get a job. Like, so hard. Like, you don't even know how hard I've tried to try and get this damn job. But I tried to put it into another shop today. My dad's going to speak to an owner's shop that he's good friends with, but he should have done at the start, but he didn't. But we'll move on with that. And then a cafe in the town's also hiring. And mind you, I've put my CV in for all of these places. Every single damn one of them. I put my CV in. And now they're all turned around and be like, we need staff. We can't find staff. And here's me like, well, honey, I put my CV in 2 months ago. And you said nothing about it. And you're hiring a van. And you didn't hire anyone. So shut the front door. You're getting plenty of CVs. I know from my friends. You didn't ask for experience. You didn't ask for anything, just for an employer. Not employer, an employee, and you're like complaining, we can't find anyone. Like, no, you're just being stupid. Anyway, sorry, that's the wee rant over for today. Hope you enjoyed it. I didn't, because it is very annoying to me. Tea spill went on far longer than I thought it would. The video is almost over, I hope. I'm actually going to have to shorten it down a lot because it's 30 minutes long. Nobody's going to want to sit down and listen to me for 30 minutes. Like, let's be real here. So that's going to be an issue. But anyway guys, we're coming to the end of the video. Hopefully. Who knows with me, like, you could end up having to listen to 3 minutes of copyright-free music, which I might not be allowed to use because of hashtag Article 13, oh whip whip. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'll see you in another video. This build is on my gallery page right now if you want to go download it. And I'll see you in another episode.